Off work sports, UFC. Yeah. John Jones. Thiago Santos. Last night was a great night. We saw something that John Jones has never experienced before, and that's called adversity. I've mentioned this before. Athletic fighters can make a fight terrible for John Jones. And no offense, tonight he met one of his most athletic opponents as of yet. A bouncy, powerful Thiago Santos. Tonight was a night that's questionable with the decision. John Jones did move forward throughout the fight. He really didn't utilize his jab as much. He was slower than Thiago, even though Thiago's the older man at, I think, 36 or 37 years old. He didn't use his wrestling ability versus a guy who is Muay Thai based. And it proved to be a tough decision. One that I think he lost. I think John Jones lost this fight tonight. If you watch the fight, the first 2 to 3 rounds, Thiago really, I'm not going to say he dominated, but he edged it out. He edged it out with his ringmanship. Again, using a style more known in boxing for kind of swing and being the counter to John Jones' onslaught of elbows, front leg kicks, using his kicks to John Jones' legs to slow him down, as well as his amazing power to try to knock John Jones out. I will give John Jones this. The kid has a strong freaking chin, and he has a good defensive stance. Kept his hands up throughout the fight. Again, great performance on both sides. I mentioned rounds 1, 2, and 3. The reason why I felt Joe Rogan was saying it the whole night, but I think really 4th and 5th round it really started to take hold. I think both knees are kind of damaged. Could be a bruised knee. They were talking about ACL. I don't think it's a fully torn ACL. There may be a tear of some sort, and it may be in both knees. Poor Thiago could not generate power after the 3rd round, really after the 2nd round with all those leg kicks because he tweaked it. And that was essentially the end of the fight. But he held on for 5 rounds on a clearly bummed leg. So much respect to Thiago Santos. I think he won the fight. You can see the comment sections in a lot of these feeds on YouTube talking about Thiago won the fight. But again, I'm not mad at the John Jones winning the fight as well. It could have gone either way, even though I had the slight edge. I actually had a point edge to Thiago Santos. What's next? Definitely a rematch for Thiago versus John Jones. And Israel Adesanya. These guys are way above your weight class. I think either of these guys will knock Adesanya out. The style bender, he needs to stick in his weight division or he could be looking for a lot of trouble. And I'm worried about that for him in his young career. Next up, Amanda Nunes is proven to be maybe one of the best fighters there is, pound for pound, in the women's division. She destroyed Holly Holm last night. It was pretty quick. I don't want to get into full detail. I guess these highlights will show here. But it was a dominating fight for Amanda Nunes. Holly Holmes was, again, she always fights timid. I dream of her moving forward and just going, but she's a bouncy fighter that moves around. And she's predictable, very predictable, the same type of movements. And at 37 years old, this was her chance, but I feel as though Holly needs to take a second look at possibly shutting down her career at this point. She's had a strong career, former champion, former boxing champion. Unless she loves the sport, I think it'd be a good opportunity for her to sit down and go away on the wayside. The problem that Nunes has is there's no other fighters available. There's nobody left to fight. That's her freaking problem. And that's sad to say. But in the women's division, Amanda Nunes has nobody left. Cyborg rematch is a must. And then we'll have to see who comes up next. Because Amanda is just dominating. a right front leg to the face of Holly because she always moves to her left, destroyed her, and took the fight to the end. And that was the end of Holly Holm. Next up, Ben Askren. It's been the talk of the night. I mean, I could probably show this highlight, but you probably miss it if I showed it. Within about 10 seconds, it was less than that. I don't know how quick it was. Maybe a second. Here, let me just show it. Right? Let's get in here and show it. Ready? The ring girl spent more time on this than Jorge and Ben. Ready? Look, he puts his hand behind his back, chilling. Look at him. Watch this. Watch this. Hand behind his back. Hey. Oh, that was it. That was it. I mean, it was that fast, guys. It's nuts. I mean, Ben Askren, I don't know what to tell this kid. He's a good talker. He's great for fighting, but George has now moved up. But I'm scared now George is reaching the next level of fighter, and he's going to have trouble in the division, in my opinion. He's an amazing fighter. He's beaten some good guys from a trash talking perspective. Had some fun fights, probably the best fights in his division this year, just because they're fun to watch. But now he reaches the A-class fighter, and I think that's where he's going to have a lot of trouble with the power and the ability to dominate with some of the top-tier fighters in his division. But great win for George. Now we'll see what he does next. Ben Askren, I didn't ever think he was a fighter. I think, Willie's a little too, there's too many big guys in that league. Willie and what's his name? The Nigerian gentleman, the champion, I forgot. I think he will destroy either one of Ben Askren or Masidval. So we'll see what's next. But incredible night for George. I don't know what to say for Askren. I don't know where he falls. So Off Work Sports, I'm going to sign off. I don't want to go too deep, but I think those are the three biggest fights of the night. There were several other fights, but I think those were the biggest ones of my eye. I'm going to leave it with that. We'll see what's next in the divisions and the next heavyweight fights. Obviously, Cormier and Stipe are exciting coming up next. That's what I want to see. Off Work Sports, I'm out.